programming language, it is very good. And in that, if you know pandas, it is even more good. You can transform the data like at any speed. And minimum basic necessity for anyone is to pull the data, that is SQL, and you can transform the data using SQL also. Or you can write procedures for it. That is fine. Or if your company is good enough, they are buying transformation tools like Alteryx or Informatica or ODI or any other transformation tool which is in the market, which they will convenient. It's okay. They will buy that, and it'll make your job easy to transform. But end of the day, right, I cannot show my client in an Excel or something, okay, or a PowerPoint. uh, See madam, this is the number. uh, okay, we can increase by 5%, or our sales will increase by 5-10%, or your revenue is decreasing by 1-2%. You cannot show it in PowerPoint. So people have moved on. They are bored of these PowerPoints nowadays. They want to see visualizations. They want to see dashboards. So that is where the picture of Tableau or Power BI comes in. If you ask me whether Tableau is good or Power BI is good, everything has its own advantages. Power BI or Tableau. One is a product of Salesforce. The other one is the product of Microsoft, which is the market leader. And it depends on company very specifically whom they have licensed with, and accordingly they will tell you, we have this license, you go ahead and use this visualization tool. Okay, we will see in this course like how it goes, like whether Tableau is good enough or Power BI is good enough. If you ask me, few here and there, I would rate both of them out of 100, 98, 99. I wouldn't see much of a difference. So now, thank you for showing the interest to join this course. And if you have any questions, you can stop me and ask me, even though this is an introduction session today. See, in this course, even the first day I'm showing you a PPT, I hope you guys are seeing this introduction to Power BI slide on the screen right now. Anyone can confirm?
Yes,
Or yes?
I'm able to.
Okay. Yeah, awesome. So now, good. What you are going to learn, did they share a like course content with you guys? Have you got any course content? Okay. If silence, then no. Okay. See,
No.
awesome. So, see, it is, I like to keep the course very practical. I don't like PPTs myself because I always do visualization in the org, and the expectation I understand from the person who was expecting from us. They want, you're a data engineer or a data specialist, they want you to do visualizations end of the day. So what am I going to cover is, I'll just run through and then I'll show you what all I'll make you do in this course. Like end of the day, what kind of visualizations we'll do, what kind of measures we'll write, what kind of calculated columns, all those things. Introduction to Power BI, wherein I'll be covering why Power BI, what is Power BI, building blocks of all those things, what you see on the screen right now. And then Power BI desktop. The good part about Power BI is that desktop version of Power BI is free. I'll show you where to download from. You can download and come back tomorrow. It's easy for you to go back and practice. And then modeling with Power BI. Like what all we can do. We can write measures, we can write calculated columns, we can write quick measures. Now there is an integration of OpenAI with our Power BI, which will help you, and you can just type in, okay, I want to know the sales number. If you type in, it will suggest you a DAX automatically within Power BI itself, which is very powerful because they have partnered with OpenAI. They are trying to integrate that into our Power BI also. So it will give you a measure. Right now, that measure is around. If you ask me, if you ask a very simple one, it will give you 100% correct measure. I mean the DAX. If not, it will give you around 75-80% of the measure almost correct, and you can copy that. And if it doesn't work, you can transform it once you're good with measures. If you're not good with measures, also you can go and use Chat GPT, and accordingly you can modify your measure. And then DAX. This is where I spent most of my time. If this entire course content is around 20 to 25 hours, even though I've written 5 hours for DAX, the previous session I spent around 7-8 hours for DAX only, which you will see, which I'm not making up. I'll show you how many DAX formulas that we have written in the previous course. And this is all we'll learn. Okay, even though you see here, these are the things that I've written, but we have covered more than what it has been written in this slide because students came up with some questions. And then modeling with Power BI. Once, see, you can connect the data into CSV. Generally, that is what people teach around, but we will try to connect into Postgres also, and we will try to pull the data from there and then do transformations and accordingly modify the data, and then we can transform the data based on our requirements. Why to use a calculated column? When to use a calculated column? Which is better? Measure is a better thing, or a calculated column is a better thing? Which we should go ahead with? Which will impact our modeling more? All those things. And visualizations. This is, see, the best part about Power BI is like it is very convenient to do visualizations as compared to tablet. You can do it as simple as like a format. Once you format any particular thing on a Power BI, you can just click on the format button, which shows as like a painter in our PowerPoint or something, and then you can replicate to the other things. So that is where it is very simple. And then sorting, ordering, bubble charts, a lot of charts that we'll see. We'll see almost all the visualizations that are available to us. Then slicers, filters. What is the difference between slicer and filter? What types of filters are there? Cross filtering, highlighting, all those things. And then like KPI cards, map visualization, custom visualizations, all whatever is there on Power BI will almost cover almost everything. And then finally we will see what is the difference between a report and a dashboard. Generally in Power BI, whatever we do, no, it is called a report. I'll open the Power BI, we'll go over there and tell you what is a report and why a dashboard. Why is a dashboard useful compared to a report? Or is a report sufficient in Power BI? Okay. And then finally, we will write something with Python on Power BI. I would encourage you guys to learn a bit of Python pandas if you are wanting to use Power BI with along with Python, and then transforming data with Python, creating some basic visualizations with Python using matplotlib and seaborn, and then finally publishing the data, how to refresh the data, and the row level security. It is, even though it is not mentioned here, row level security, dynamic row level security, all those will be covering. So this is about the course content. Any questions now if you have, or I'll take you into a Power BI and show you what we have done in the previous session. It's okay, you can ask. You need not wait for anyone if you're hesitant about something. Even though it's a silly question, everyone have come here to learn. So first day for everyone. Okay. Then there are no questions. Awesome. Okay. How many of you watch cricket? I want answers, please. Almost everyone, or no one watches?
I watch.
Okay. How have you completely watched World Cup 2023?
Yeah.
Like without even missing a single match? Okay. Who was the top wicket taker in the series? You remember?
Uh, no, I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Who was the top run scorer? That you should know.
Virat Kohli, right?
Correct.
He break.
No, I
Yeah, he broke the
because
record.
yeah, correct. I have made a dashboard recently
Mm-hmm.
in the last course. I'm just opening it. It is coming onto your screen. This coloring all we can modify. It's just a basic that I've shown. So basing on the data from previous World Cup, I was working with the student on preparing this dashboard. So the top wicket taker was Mohammad Shami, and he took around 25 wickets. And then if you see, other than the final match, totally we had 9 matches and which all India won. And then you can see the table here, which is showing how many matches each team has won. In the entire tournament around, we had around 23K runs scored, 729 wickets taken, 280, 2,887 boundaries scored, which I mean 4 or plus, including a 6 in this. And then totally we had 640 plus sixes scored in this tournament. Virat Kohli was the top performer according to batsmen, and then Mohammad Shami. And the second was Rohit Sharma and Adam Zampa here. And if you see, this is a tabular representation. This is a bar representation of how many matches each team has won. And if you see, this is about the run rate, which team is having a positive run rate and which is having a negative run rate. We have marked like this. And then this is all interactive. So if I select Virat Kohli here, you see Virat Kohli was batting like these many bowlers bowled to Virat Kohli, and Madhushenka, when he played against Sri Lanka, he captured his wicket. David Willey when it was England, Hassan Ali when it was against Pakistan, all those things. And if you see, once I clicked on Virat Kohli, automatically the run scored, the wickets, how many times he got out in the entire tournament, and then how many sixes he has scored. If you want to see Rohit Sharma, you click on it, he has scored the maximum sixes around 31. Okay, all those things. And if you click back and if you go back, you click on Adam Zampa, how many, like, which all batsmen have scored against Adam Zampa? Rahul has scored around 50 runs against Zampa, and then David Miller, all those things. See, this is all very interactive, and that's the convenience of Power BI. And if you see, there is a player performance here. Okay, if we dig more deep into it, like Virat Kohli, how many runs he has scored, how many balls he has faced. You can get the strike rate, or you can create average, all those things that we can do if you are interested on all those. And then how many wickets each bowler has captured, like how many player of the matches, like in the entire tournament, Mohammad Shami got the maximum number of player of matches. He got three times the player of the match award, and Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma has got it twice. I'm just speaking about Indian because I'm being partial to our country. And then a batsman, it's like top run scorer. This is about the pie chart, and then the same bar graph. Like if you want to see the top 10 batsmen here as a pie chart and the bar chart, and then among the 25 wickets that Mohammad Shami has taken, this is about the top three bowlers. I want to understand more. If I'm a bowling coach, I want to understand among the top three bowlers. It depends. Like Adam Zampa is a spinner and Mohammad Shami is a pacer. Like Mohammad Shami bowled batsmen 7 times, and if you see when he bowled, he took wickets as 15 times caught behind or caught somewhere. And if you see, LBW has got 2 times and then one run out he has captured. But if you see, for Adam Zampa, LBWs are 8 because he is spinner and obviously he'll have more LBWs as compared to bowled. And Adam Zampa, I think he doesn't have any bowled. If you see, it is all caught here. And then Madhushenka was also one good performer in this tournament. So all these things. And then team and stadiums. This is about the maps where each team played their matches, how many matches they have played, how many runs they, how many extras they have given, likewise, and all those things. You can click on this, like if you want to see in Hyderabad how many matches were played, you click on this, and automatically you will get 3 matches were played in the entire tournament, and then it was among Netherlands, New Zealand, Netherlands, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Pakistan. Which team was the winner, and which was the home team, which is the away team, according to the basic rules. If you want to see on Gujarat, you can go navigate here and you can see. Any questions now on this? Did you guys like it or not?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And then okay, I hope this is about the visualization. On the left side, you see report view, data view, okay? And then we had three data sets, like points table, matches, like each individual match, and then every ball which was balled to the batsman from day one, first ball to nth ball, and then who's the bowler, who's the striker, and accordingly, how did we calculate runs? How did we calculate sixes? How did we calculate fours? All those things. And then this is the report view. This is just a small data mapping that we had to do. It was very simple. The data was already there, and we had to create calculated columns. And if I go into transform data, this was the major data set. And if you see, we had created few columns here. Okay, very few columns that I had to create, like how many wickets have been captured. If you see, added custom one, you can double click and automatically the formula comes up. This was all if else statement. There was nothing great that I have done transformation in this because I shouldn't claim. And then now we will go to the beautiful tax and calculated columns workbook. Just a moment, it's opening. You can ask any questions in the meanwhile.
So, how many data sources would we be using in the entire course?
I will show you how many models I've created because see, I played with sales data, stores data.
Okay.
It's not that I limited. Tomorrow, if you tell me, okay, Abhishek, I have some data source, I want to do visualization or not. See, until unless you get some company's data and ask me to do, which I wouldn't do. Okay, you tell
Okay.
me, okay, there is some store data available on Google itself. We will Google together. You tell we will do visualization with this, or you try to practice and you come up ask me questions. I don't have a problem. There is no specific set. Okay, I will work only on this, but we have a specific data sets because I think that
Hmm.
is the major focus where we can cover a lot of formulas. Like that Virat Kohli's thing, we had a limitation. What we can calculate? You can calculate strike rate, or you average, or you can calculate number of sixes, number of fours. That is what all we are focused on. Even when you see on TV, this is what they show, like how many sixes are scored, which batsman has scored the most, which bowler has taken the maximum wickets, what is the run rate, how many boundaries, how many wickets. But even here, if you have more data also, like you click on Adam Zampur Madhushanka, you will see here how many runs he has given to a specific batsman, which you don't see that easily on TV, right? When we watch a
Yeah.
match, and you click on Rohit Sharma, you will get here like who he was dismissed by which all bowlers, correct? And Quinton de Kock, if you see, even I didn't know when I until I was doing analysis, I knew Decock played well, but I didn't know that he was the third best batsman in the tournament because he was under shadow of Virat Kohli. So now this is all about office supplies data. Okay, let me show you the data. It
Okay.
is uh, 1 second. This is about a small company which works around in multiple regions like east, west, north. You ignore the test that was for the testing purpose that I had put over there. East, all the four regions, and then a particular order day. What are they ordering? Who is the rep? Who is his manager? What is the sales? What is the unit that he's selling, and what is the unit price? What is the discount that is being offered? What if I did not like this discount? What if my sales amount I feel okay it is not good in a particular region? What all steps can I do? Can I offer a better discount? Can I offer lesser discount? Or can I modify the discount to be a specific to a particular products? Now on this data set I had only five different items that are being sold in this company. And me and the students were curious enough, like, okay, why I should why I should give a different discount for each product? Can I go ahead and give a different discount allocating to each product, or can I give a standard discount of 10 across all the products that are being sold? Or is in a particular region why there is more sale for a pencil or a pen set? Such kind of things. All these questions came up. And then we went on creating DAX and measures, all those things. So if you see here, this is the original data set, P6 office supplies. In this, if you can see here, whenever there is this fx and a table, this is all calculated columns. Okay, and here also. Okay, and whenever you see a calculator symbol here, a small calculator with dot, all these are measures that we have created. If you see sales rank 1 2 3, all those things we have given. And then if you see in this workbook, the data sets are only how many? If you go here, manager details, P6 office supplies, delivery details. These three are the original tables that we are consuming. Okay. And rest all are the calculated tables that we have created here. Okay. And if you see, we have done a lot of measures also. If you see, we created one calculate will be there, no? Calculate. For this, how many measures we have written? I've segregated into separate things so it is easy for the students. And then measures, like how many measures? If you see entirely in this workbook, you will have around 50 plus measures that we have written. Okay, we have used switch, if, nested if, and we have done YTDs, all those things. Okay, around more than 50 measures are there that we have done. We have covered almost all the important measures. And then calendar auto, or what is the normal calendar that we can draw, how we can format dates. Okay, And then if I want to have a cost of delivery, okay, you can go ahead and see. But let's just finish with the data and then you will understand. Delivery details table, discount percentages. And if you see, this is a parameter. Okay, basing on the parameter, how we can change. Okay, have you heard of parameters? That is a good decent concept. Like if you want to give a discount across all the products in a single band, like I want to give 5%, I want to see the sales impact and all those things, which we will see. Employee details, who's the manager of a particular rep and all those things, and who's not performing, all we had to calculate. Item parameter, then the manager details. If you see, there are a few calculated columns occur again over there. And P6 office supplies is my master data. Okay, and then if I wanted only specific north details among all the four regions, and then I created a summarized table of south region, summarized table for sales after discount, sales before discount, all those things. Curious. I was curious about region rep and sales. Now we can go back and have a look at this. If you I did not focus much on the visualization because this is all math here. I wanted to focus on the DAX and the calculated columns. Okay. If you see, if you change the discount percentage, what is the parameter? Like, what is the value that is changing? Like, the actual sales value is 309. If you give a 5% discount or a 5% increase, actually, we have modified this when I was playing with the person student. 1 second. Okay, I formatted this. We should have written discount percentages. One minus discount percentage into 1,000. So right now it is showing you if I increase by 5%, 3.38 into 5%, 1.05, it will give you 324.8. I'll make it a 10. It's easy for you to understand. 309.38 into 10% would give you a 340. So all these things. And this is about the measures and calculated columns. And let me open you one more Power BI. Why am I showing you all this is like I want to show you what you will learn end of this course. I understand there will be a lot of YouTube videos for you. Even sometimes I get it out, I search in YouTube or directly go to Microsoft website, understand. But end of the day, the major driving point over there is focused on visualization only, which is easy to learn and easy to teach as well. But the most complex part in Power BI, which you need to learn and focus if you want to call yourself a Power BI specialist, is like writing DAX or calculated columns. When to write a calculated column, when to write a DAX. That is the most complex part, wherein you will find it difficult. Otherwise, visualization is a cakewalk for anyone. Any person can do visualization in Power BI. 1 2 days they can pull off. Okay, and then okay, 1 second, it is taking time to load. Here also again we had written very few measures. This is a stock data, the share price. You can play if you get a better idea. You want to do some stock market trading and all. This is share price of a particular company which was listed in 2003 until date. The share price is 460 around today. When I extracted around on 15th December, it was around 30th December. No, 15th was last. It was around 460. Anyone can guess which company it is? It's okay if you don't guess also. Right. It is a very famous company. You have this brand in your home or across any product that you buy, it'll have its brand over there. And we have done a few formulas here, one measure only. And if you see again, the main focus is year on year price change. That is where when we play with the shares or the stock prices, you will mainly focus on year on year price changes. And if there is any error, how to handle that error. If it was a Monday, I cannot calculate a per price, right? Percentage difference, right? So I have declared it as a holiday if it is on such day. And then previous month price, previous month volume, previous year price, previous year volume, price of the share, how to calculate it. Why did I use a measure to calculate the price of the share? Sum x of share price. And then one second, your last year price, share volume, all these things. Like, what are all the basic important necessities to understand what is the share price for this company? This is ITC, okay, and then this is for the current year price, previous year price. I told you this got listed in 2003, so the price won't be there for the previous year. The more you scroll down, you will start to see the date. You see, on the same day last year, 22nd of December 2004, today on 22nd December 2004, it was 29, but the previous year, 22nd December 2003, it was 29.93, which is the first day it was launched into the stock market. This data I got it from the open source. One second, my mouse is not acting properly. Okay, that's fine. Too much of data, that's why it is playing. And today the price of this ITC is around 400 and plus 450 or 440. So if you would have bought in 2003, it was around 20. Today it is around 403. Had they had many split shares, so you can imagine how rich you would have been if you had bought this. Just or speaking out of curiosity, and what is the high on a particular day? Okay, and then percentage year on year increase, like 2022. What is the price? What was the previous month price? What is the previous year on year increase? All those things. Okay, you can play with the slicers, you can play with the data set, you can navigate. When it is a date, it is like this, and we will see a lot of slicers are very easy. And then this is a calculated column. Okay, total value of share, TVS, don't get confused with the company name, price into share volume, all those things. Okay, this this share price things is like how to play with such kind of data set, but the original measures and all you will learn here. Okay, all these things. And if you see switch and all, one second, I wrote somewhere switch, one second, how to use a switch or nested if. Okay, or you want to understand the discount value of each, so all of these things. And then one more thing also you asked me. Okay, I'll group it by type. Okay, I had these many data sets. I played with US Superstore, P6 Office Supplies, which is the main one, and I played with the data of 2023 World Cup. And I did not touch Euro debt crisis. If you are curious enough of learning how to play with this data, what is there within this data, I googled and I got it from random data source, which was free, which was available. So like you have only these three columns, or we can choose a more complex data set. We can play around, like what is the debt, who are they debtor to, creditor is Japan, amount, what is the risk, all those things you can play around. If you're interested, you can ask me, we will play with a different data set also, that's not a big thing. And then we have bank customers data, all these things. And to answer your question, it's not that I taught only one PBI or something. Within this 20 25 odd classes in the previous session, previous batch, I have worked with these many workbooks of Power BI, and then there is Python as well. Just a moment. Okay. I played with the same data sets of basics office supplies, and then I will directly jump into transform data. 1 second. Okay, very simple calculations that I have here written here, but you should understand a bit of Python and pandas if you want to use Python. So, what columns did I choose? And then did I store these columns into anything? I stored it as a list, and then I chose a data set, and then I calculated the sale value, discount value, discount sale value, all those things. Very few things using Python. You can do a lot. The moment you have the data set and we are working around, it's not a big thing. But understanding pandas is important for this. So if you see here, 1 second. Now, to get this graph, it is a very simple one. We had to use Seaborn. Okay, bar graph. You have the direct visualizations also. You can end of the day ask me, why do you want to use the visualization from Python? You can use the bar chart which is available in Power BI. Yes, you can use. There is no one stopping you, but there is a concept as in such as Python visual, you can go ahead and use. If you see, there is one more. 1 second. It's just taking a moment to load because I have too many books open here. And this is one particular chart, like what is the distribution where the values are lying. And here we have used matplotlib and seaborn. Okay, for this graph at the bottom you can see the code. And then if you go to page 3, nothing here. Here there is one more graph. Okay, this is violin chart. How to get a violin chart? It is very simple, but the data set should be there with you. You should understand the data set. And then this is using seaborn again. This is like a scattered plot. Again, matplotlib. This was done using matplotlib. So first of all, what we did, we just created these 3 columns, okay, using Python, and then we created calculated column. These are Python columns only, okay. And then in this data set, we used a matplotlib and Zbond to understand how we can use the Python visual to get the graphs, okay, all these things. And then there are many other workbooks that we have played. We have data sets. If you have a specific data set also, we can start with it and Google. If you're in a particular area curious, we can play with it. You have a particular idea, but end of the day, what you are going to learn end of the day is obviously visualization. That is a default thing anyone will teach you, and I'll cover almost everything whatever is there in Power BI. Okay, and then in the DAX and calculated columns, when to use a DAX, when to use a calculated column, you need not worry. We will write around more than 50-60 measures, which will almost cover you what you need to learn. What is the difference between calendar and calendar auto, and then how to create a separate summarized tables. And then if you want to understand all except, lookup, all include, all those things, hierarchy, okay, who's working under whom, and who's the least worst performer among all the sales rep. This guy is in South region, he is Joss. Why is he selling particularly very less? We can look at the performance of the employees, all those things. So this particular Power BI would help you in understanding almost the major DAX and calculated columns which are required for you to do operations in your work. And then YTD, QTD, year to date sales, quarter to date sales, month to date sales, all those we will learn. And then discounted sale value across all selected, all except. all these concepts which are very familiar in Power BI. So all this you will learn. And if you see here also, we have a lot of pages, and every page you will have something or the other to understand all these things. See, this is a pure data kind of things. Okay, someone is asking a question. Kumar, you have any question?
Abhishek,
No,
is
no,
Python is
sorry.
re
Sirish, yeah, go ahead, Sirish.
Hi Abhishek, is Python is required before learning on Power BI? Like knowledge on
Come,
Python is
come.
required?
No, 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 no. That is purely your interest if you want to do Python with Power BI. No one will force you to do that because see, do you need to use Python? I'll come to your question. No, because Power BI in itself has a lot of measures and calculated columns wherein you will not even think of using a Python. Okay, but why you want to use a Python for a specific visualizations is like you want to create a violin chart, or you want to create this kind of charts wherein distribution is there. All these are readily available in Seaborn and Matplotlib, wherein you can do using these. Okay, here.
So as such,
But
it's not required.
no, no, no.
For
It is
for visualization also, it's not required. If I want to go
no,
for for Python,
no,
then also it's not
definitely no.
required.
R and Python are a base, not a basic necessity to learn Power BI. Those are there within Power BI because you need to learn. We are teaching you. That's it. But we will not teach you Python in this course. It's just like how to implement Python within Power BI. We will show you. But even in your job, no one will ask you to do Python within Power BI until unless you want to do. You are curious.
No,
You are
just
very good
from
at Python. No, no,
uh
no. I
yeah.
get it. I
Uh,
get it. See. I will tell you my example. Sometimes I
no,
feel
no, no, no,
because I am
hold on,
familiar.
please. Sorry
No,
for
no, no. I
interruption.
will tell you my
Actually, the thing
example.
is, I'm not from developer background. I'm not from this background. I'm a developer, and I want to switch into the BA profile. So
Awesome.
for this BA perspective, is all these are required, like to know the Python, and because there can be a different aspect. You don't know where the जो भी requirement होती है. You don't know about the requirement. If the requirement comes to, you have to integrate it from the from
I get you, sir. I'll
Python.
answer your question. I'll answer your question because you're not from a specific BI background. Will Power
Exactly.
BI
Even I don't know the ABC of Power BI. I need to learn it from the
That's what I'm saying.
scratch.
We will teach you that only. This is like we will go from basic here. End of the day, in your job, they will tell you, I have this data. If your org is very specifically using Power BI, you transform and do me some analysis and show me. Then Power BI is sufficient for you. You don't need to do anything else. You can do transformations, everything here. It will handle a lots of data. You can play around. But very specifically, if you want to learn something else and implement into this, there is no stopping you. You can do that as well. So no problem. This is a good thing to learn if you are a beginner. Did I answer your question?
And one more thing, I'm never hands-on on the Excel part. So is this also a drawback for me, or I need to
No,
learn the Excel
no.
first?
I will tell you first of all. Why Power BI introduced Power BI is like they wanted to make a more powerful Excel. That's the only thing. Excel has a limitation of 1 million rows, but Power BI doesn't have any of such. So they wanted to make a more powerful interactive tool. That's why they made Power BI, and they were trying to compete with Tableau. Power BI came around in 2013 or something, but Tableau was there way before that. But now, if you see, the market share is almost similar. So they wanted to make a more powerful Excel. No need, if you don't know Excel also, this will be sufficient for you to learn from Power BI itself. And no one will ask you to write complicated measures also. If you are worried about how to learn all these measures, will I be able to cope up? See, in every day, if you are doing some analysis, there is no need to write a complex measure every day. It will be all simple measures only until unless you need to do some complex calculation on a particular day on an assignment. That's it. And the good part about learning Power BI, no, or Tableau, any of it, today in this world, you have the two best visualization tools. One is Tableau and Power BI. And either you're in data analysis field, data analytics field, or you're in data science field, all these three, knowing these two visualizations or one of these two visualizations is a mandate, because end of the day you have to show, right, to your clients or anyone. So knowing Power BI is the best thing. And as I told you, ChatGPT integration is making it even better. And we will see ChatGPT also, like where is that quick measure that is coming up, where it is suggestion. All this you will learn in this course. Yes, any
Abhishek,
other question?
I heard that there are a lot of new features, AI features included in the Power BI. So are you going to
I
cover
would say
the
no, no, sir. Actually, that is an exaggerated statement of lot of AI features are there. Only one feature which is there is like suggestion with Copilot,
Copilot,
which
right?
is
Right, that's
yeah, correct. Wherein you can type and ask it a question like, can I get the sum of it? It will give you a direct calculated column, calculated measure. You can copy that measure and you can create a measure and you can use it. Instead of using your brain, you can take help of Copilot, which is nothing but ChatGPT only. Once you
okay.
sign on, it
But
will
you're
get turned on for you.
right. You're going
Yeah,
to
I will show
show a
you.
couple of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
will
okay,
show you.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. My main focus, sir. Anyone visualization in Power BI you can learn in YouTube also. You go, you search for some Power BI in you like Power BI in YouTube. Everyone will teach you visualization, and they are good. They are excellent at it. But teaching measures and calculated columns and what exact stuff is needed for data analysis, analytics, and transformations, that is where I feel we have to search a lot of YouTube videos to understand. But what I am covering in this course is like what is the problem that I face in my office every day, something of that sort, and what kind of measures are needed, which will help a particular student. He need not go for run for a YouTube hundreds of YouTube videos. If he takes up this course, you will know more than 50 measures and how to write calculated columns, calculated tables, which will help you suffice. Like at least you will know 70-80% of almost all the measures which are important and calculated columns. And you look back at this course, you watch this video, 1-2 times you'll watch, you'll understand, you'll become an expert in your writing a measure or a calculated column or a calculated table. So that is where my drive is about, like to make a student well versed with writing measures and all those things which are very like advanced level of Power BI. I don't want to just cover the basic level. For advanced level also, I want to give an advantage to the student, so it is helping him out for the fee that he's paying in. Okay. Any questions? And then, so I would request if you are coming back tomorrow for this course, Power BI, you just Google. Okay. You can type in download. If you are even more lazy, go here. It's free. Okay. You can download here. Click on this download button. Some 300 odd file, 300 MB odd file will be downloaded. You just click on next, next, next. If you're facing any issue, you come back and show me tomorrow. I'll tell you how to install also. It's just a basic download. And then let me cover this. In the meanwhile, people can ask questions. I see 10, 12 around and only 2, 3 asking me questions. You can be open. So there is a Microsoft Fabric also that is coming up, which is being developed by Power BI for entire integration of Azure, Power BI, all the Microsoft products. That's the good part about learning product is like Microsoft is a key market leader in business area. So they will push their products to the companies. And you have pro license, premium license. Pro license is $10. Like basing on our region, it is around 700 odd. And then premium license, we don't need to get this license to learn Power BI. And your office will obviously give you a pro license if you are just for visualizations and where it helps, like you want to share your Power BI with someone else within the org, then you need the license of pro. And if you have more data sets and you want to refresh your data like more frequently, every 2 hours once, then they will give you a premium license and it will give you more data space. Pro license will give you a 10 GB of data on the server. Premium license will give you, I think, around 100 GB or something. and then you will have a lot more things like capacity. This is for like organization level. If your organization is big enough, they can buy at a like I'll pay you this license, you give me these number of license, and I'll use it within my org, share it with among my employees. So these are all the license. But the good part about Power BI is you will get it for free. You can download here, install, and as I've shown you, you can do how many amount of Power BI models also. There is no restriction in doing calculated column measure or anything. Did I tell about the license in clear? Yes. Any other questions? Yes,
Hi,
Kavita.
Abhishek.
Yojak. Yes.
How
Go ahead.
many days would we be taking to complete this course?
I took around 25 hours in the previous batch.
Okay.
It depends on the student's pace, to be honest with you. See, I am not stipulated that I'll complete in 20 hours. If you are very good, your understanding might be you'll complete in 20 only and you will save your time. Or if you're a little slower, like someone is new, they can take 30
Mhm.
also. I don't have any specific, but that would be the limit. Yeah.
Okay.
Next, I
Okay.
have
Thank you.
hands up from Kavita.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
I am not from IT background, and I just want to know how efficiently I can learn, or do I need to have any prior IT knowledge or something?
No, madam. You come with a basic plain mind sufficient. Your interest is showing you that you want to learn. You can do it. I'm not faking around on that. Honestly, it doesn't require any skill. We will start with plain Excel files connecting to
Uh-huh.
our Power BI so that you will understand. And then once you understand Excel sheet and CSVs, we will
Mm-hmm.
connect to a database like a Postgres. We will understand. End of the day, it is data only. Either I pull it from a database or I pull it from a CSV. But for convenience, we will learn with CSV first, and then we will connect to database, and then we'll play. You don't need any prior experience for learning Power BI. It is very simple. Don't be scared of it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Next is Siri Sakshana.
Yeah, I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Because your hand was raised. Any other questions, anyone? And I intentionally did not want to run through the PPT because I don't like generally going through the PPT. I'll run through the PPT. It is not a big thing that is written over here. It is all about verbose thing. But my concept is going hands-on, doing more practical things, doing what is required for your job. If you guys don't have any further questions, we have 7 minutes around if you want to utilize, or we'll call it for the day. And I would request you please download Power BI and come back tomorrow. So once I will, what I will do, end of the day, we will create a drive. All this Power BI files, source files, and then the models that I'm creating, we will load it into that drive. And I encourage you, don't use my Power BI files. You you create a Power BI and just keep my file as a reference, and then you replicate what I've taught in the class. I like the previous batch student because she was non-IT student. She has around 10 years of career break, and she wanted to do a job after that, which I like the most. And then every day she used to come up, ask me questions, practice what I've taught. I could understand she's not opening my model and playing because she was having a different color background. She was writing new formulas. She was exploring what I've taught. She used to watch the video. She used to take my book, and then even she used to open a new book and play around with it. So I could understand the effort that she has put. So you don't need any background for IT background for doing Power BI. It's very simple, and you can ask questions. No problem on that. I'll answer you how many other questions you ask.
So, Abhishek, so this will be like Monday to Friday session or alternate days.
No, it is from Monday to Friday every day in the morning. If you're from India only, it is my morning 7:30 a.m. IST to 8:30 a.m. IST. If the batch is interested, like all the batch students are interested, they will do on Saturday, Sunday also. It will be completed for them quickly. I don't have a problem doing on Saturday, Sunday morning 7:30 my time. It depends on the student. But every day 7:30 to 8:30 morning. Yes,
Is
Kavita.
it possible? Can we do this on alternate days?
It depends on the batch, Sirish. If you and along with the other students are comfortable, I don't have a problem that we can plan with the students. If the entire student set is convenient with what you're suggesting.
Yeah. How many hours total tutorial will be?
25 hours will be definitely needed, madam,
Uh-huh.
because if someone is like new, definitely they'll take 25 hours.
So 5 weeks, around 5 weeks.
Yeah, if we go on a single stretch, but sometimes people will take offs and all. So we will do. That's not a big thing. It depends on the. See, we are convenient enough with the students. Like if someone is seriously ill or something, they are missing classes for one day, we can adjust for them, but we will not wait for them for pretty long.
Okay. If I
It's all
miss, yeah, if I miss
you
any
will have
class,
the recordings.
oh,
No.
recordings. Okay. Okay.
Every day, our Anita or someone will
Mm-hmm.
upload the recordings into YouTube, and that will be a private video. They will share with you.
Okay. Okay.
All the
And after
students have
the,
registered.
yeah, after the course also, will I be able to access them?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Okay.
Like alternate, because today you will take the session, and
Hmm.
tomorrow will make an hands-on on whatever you have, like session, whatever you have given in the session. So that's the reason why I'm asking you, can we have this session
I
on
I
alternate
I get
basis?
it, Sirish, but it depends on the entire batch of students because see, a few people want to just finish off the course and they will practice in the evening because might be for them they have to implement in the office as quickly as possible or they are searching for a new job. They want to get hold of Power BI. So it depends on the batch set who has joined, and if everyone is in the same agreement as you are, then we can speak to Kumar and then we can make the arrangement. But it all depends on the student set that who has joined. And you need not bother. You don't need so much of time to practice also. Whatever you have watched today, you can play around in 1 hour and come back tomorrow. I give you that guarantee. You will not find it so difficult.
You are right, but practice is also one thing, na? Like
I
if you have
agree. I agree to you, but it depends on the student set. If everyone is in the like set of what you are saying, then we can speak to Kumar on that. Any other questions? Sai Priya, Jas, Trishul. Think you guys haven't asked anything. Okay. If there are no further questions, we will stop it for the day. Please install Power BI. Come back. Thank you. Hope to see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.